Mr. President, members of the board, ladies and gentlemen, my friends. Thank you for all your ideas and proposals. Some of them were really interesting, but unfortunately I have to say that the majority of them are lacking 2 out of 3 fundamental and innate components that actually make a good proposal. And these 2 include the rational reasoning and the knowledge of the facts. You are far too focused on the emotional aspect of the problem, which in this case makes the debate rather confusing and even pointless. Ladies and gentlemen, please do wake up. You seem to be locked up in a room with no windows, claiming that there is no other world outside, just because you are too lethargic to open the door and get out of this room. I urge you to overcome this intellectual laziness and abandon your limited emotional mindset. We did so, and it was a complete breath of fresh air. As a result, we are more than confident that the 2-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian problem is the only possible one, for many, many reasons, but mainly for the fact that neither side has any considerable objections to this point. However, I acknowledge that there are a few minor disagreements that are yet to be addressed. For example, Jerusalem. To be honest, I pride myself and my whole committee on coming up with this fantastic and promising solution to divide Jerusalem and put the holy site under the joint control of the representatives of Judaism and Islam. The last thing I would like to stress is our deep commitment to some kind of unification of the representative Palestinians. I've heard that some of you have voiced strong disapproval, and yes, to the challenge, but I believe that the EU must be seen, must be heard, it must be counted as a major power, and must be engaged as a mediator. That's the role of the EU in this region. Action we need, not just some words, and that's why we propose to use the financial aid promised to rebuild Gaza as a political lever to bring Hamas and Fatah to mutual agreement. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I first want to say that we consider all of your points mentioned in this when we took our position. But I want to emphasize that 2 very strong ideas that we have placed in our resolution, which are compromise and immediate action. We have analyzed the previous treaties and found out that our approach is pretty objective. Such a complex issue cannot be viewed in black and white. It is because of the cynical and the fearful and the doubtful that the answer to this critical issue has always slipped away. The time has come for us to put our hands on the arch of history and bend it once more towards the hope of a better day. I believe it was Niels Bohr that said, every great and deep difficulty bears in itself its own solution. It forces us to change our thinking in order to find it. I know that this is a very controversial issue, which tends to polarize opinions, but I want to ask you to do that for me. Just try to think it differently. Don't think about who's right or who is wrong, about which government is right to do tax and stuff. Just think about the women and children, the doctors and the professor. Think about all of those. They all want peace, and our resolution does just that.